tutorial on how to use Endnote Basic. It has 6 steps to go over. The first is how to get a free account. That is a free account for Purdue students. Then how to collect references into your account. And you can organize those references into groups or folders. And you can share those folders with your classmates or colleagues. Then you can create a bibliography from a selected set of those references that you have in Endnote. You can take that bibliography and insert it into a paper. Or you can set up a program, a plugin with Word so that Microsoft Word and Endnote work together. There are 2 Endnote products. One is the basic Endnote and the other is the desktop version. The Endnote Basic is the web version. It's a lighter version and it is free to Purdue students. The first step is to get an Endnote account. There are 2 ways to do this. The first way, if you're on campus, at a computer in a lab or any place where you have one of the Purdue IP addresses, go to myendnoteweb.com. That URL is myendnoteweb.com. That will take you to this screen where you can just click here and create an account. Go ahead and fill out the form. It asks you quite a few questions. Just go ahead and fill it out. You may use any email address. Another way to get an account, if you're off campus, is to go to the library homepage and click on the database tab because we want to load the Web of Science database. We get Endnote through our subscription to the Web of Science. So we want to get to the Web of Science. Here it is. I'm going to click here to load the Web of Science. And now once I'm at the Web of Science, I'm going to look over here on the toolbar for My Tools and choose Endnote. And once you have chosen that, here is the Register button way down here. Just click on Register and you'll get that same registration form. Go ahead and fill it out and then you will have an Endnote account. Once you have an Endnote account, you will see this page when you log on. Right now I'm going to hide this Getting Started screen so that you can see we have a tab that says References, and right now we have no references in our account. It is a brand new account. Then we have some other tabs along here. We're going to be talking about each of these along the way, but to begin with we want to go to the Options tab and we want to download the installers. That's the first thing we want to do. So once you get to this page, you're going to take this capture reference and drag it up to your toolbar. So you'll be able to capture references from web pages. Then the second thing you'll want to do is download the Cite While You Write plugin. And you can do that depending upon whether you have a Windows machine or a Macintosh. And if you're going to be using Firefox, then you'll want to also download these installers. It takes a little while to get those downloaded, but it's worth the time. Once you have the installers downloaded, then we're ready to start collecting references into your file. We're going to use the Collect tab to do that. So go over here. Now there are a couple of choices here. One is a new reference. That would be if you wanted to hand type your reference in. That's the method of last resort. So we're going to try something else. We're going to go and do an online search. Now this is an online search from within Endnote. So I'm going to show you later how to do an online search from the databases and then export the records into Endnote. But at this point we are using Endnote's feature of online searching. Okay, once you're at the online search, you're going to select some favorites. When you start, you won't have any favorites in this box, but I have selected some favorites. Be sure you select Purdue University, West Lafayette. That is the library catalog. Now, we're going to do a search here. I'm going to do a search of Weston Woods. And I am particularly interested in a book called Children's Literature. So I want that to be in the title field. So now I'm going to do a search. Found one record. I am going to retrieve that record. And there it is, Children's Literature Developing Good Readers. So now I have one record. I'm going to save it. Right now I'm going to save it in my unfiled group. So over here I have one reference. And here it is, Children's Literature Developing Good Readers. When I open it up, I can see that this is a book, and it gives me the title of the book. And down here in the notes, which is also imported, I can see that that chapter on Weston Woods is a chapter in this book. Okay, so now we have imported a record by using the Collect tab from within Endnote. The most powerful way to add records to your Endnote library is to use an online search from outside of Endnote. That's what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you how to do a search from one of the library databases. We start at the library home page, and you click on the database link, and we're going to search Academic Search Premier. Click here to select, and that loads the database. And once we're here, I'm going to type in Weston Woods. I'm putting quotes around it to force a phrase search in EBSCO. And from here, I'm going to select some of the ones that I want. So I'm going to do that by putting them in my folder, just like you put things in your shopping cart in Amazon. Here's Weston Woods turns 50. Here's another one. So once I have selected the articles I want, then I'm going to go to my folder, like my shopping cart. I can do that here or up here on the toolbar. I'm going to click here, and that will show the 4 records that I have chosen. I'm going to select all of them, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to export them. Over here on the right, I'm going to click the Export button because I'm going to take these 4 references out of the EBSCO database and move them to Endnote. I'm going to do a direct export to Endnote Web. Click the Save button. And it says it has imported 4 records. Let's go to My References. And we'll see we now have 5 references. And 4 of them came from the EBSCO database, and 1 was the one we loaded from the library catalog. So let's take a look at one of these. Let's look at Weston Woods turns 50. This is a journal article. It tells us who the author is, the journal, the date. So we have all this information here that has been automatically imported into Endnote for us. The next step is to add a reference, any web page reference, to your Endnote library. So I'm at Google, and I'm going to do a search for Weston Woods. And I notice in this list of things that there's a Wikipedia article. So I'm going to click on that and go to the Wikipedia article. And after reading it, I decide I would like to add that to my Endnote library. So I just go up here to my toolbar, find the Capture Reference button, and click on it. And I can see what information is going to be captured from the web page. And it asks me if I want to save it to myendnote.com, and yes, that is where I want to save it. So it says that 1 reference was captured and put in the unfiled group. That's exactly where we want it to be. The next step is to start organizing our citations. So we're going to go up here to the toolbar where we had the Collect tab. That's where we did the online search. Now we're going to go over to the Organize tab. And underneath here, we're going to go to Manage My Groups. And we're going to create a new group. So Endnote calls groups what we often think of as folders. So I am going to create a new group called Weston Woods. I'm going to store all my Weston Woods citations in this group. Now I can share this group with other people if I want to. So that would be other people, maybe your major professor or people working on the same project with you. You can do that by adding their email address here. And then you can decide whether you want to give them read-only access or read and write access. That would allow them to change references. And then you click the Apply button. Okay, so now we've shared it with someone. Now let's go back to My References. and we have these 5 references. Let's click all of them and let's add them to the Weston Woods group. Okay, so that creates one group over here called Weston Woods, and it has 5 citations, and it shows that we are sharing that group. Now I'm going to show you how to edit records and then how to create a bibliography of the records from within Endnote. So first of all, we're going to take a look at all of our references. We're just going to pull them up one at a time and scan the records and see. Now APA style says that the title should be in sentence case, so this is okay because we would want Weston Woods capitalized, and the rest of this looks fine. So let's go to the next record. Weston Woods Studio Wikipedia, that looks all right. Just clicking through these. You'd probably take more time doing them than I am. There's a problem with this one. First of all, it says it's a generic reference type. Actually, I know that this is a journal article. So I'm going to change this and make this a journal article. And then I know that this is the wrong, should be school library journal. And put it up here in the name of the journal. Then I'm going to save this record. Okay, now let's go on to the next record. The last reference of our 6 references. Literature Developing Good Readers, series title, publisher, place, number of pages. This looks fine. So now we have edited all our 6 records. Now we're going to create a bibliography. We're going to go up here to the Format tab. By the way, this is where you can get the Cite While You Write plugin if you haven't already downloaded it. So we want to go over here to Bibliography. We're going to select all the references in our Weston Woods group. And now when you open this up the first time, you won't have any styles. You'll have to click on the select styles to choose the styles. I'm going to choose APA 6th. If you're an education student, you might want to choose APA 6 sentence style and APA 6 this general. I'm going to just choose the general one for now because we have corrected the titles already in our references. And we're going to choose rich text. Now we're going to preview. Okay, now we can look at our references and see. This looks very good. The punctuation is correct for APA style. The volume number is even in italics. I know that's correct. Weston Woods School Library Journal, that looks all right. Weston Woods turns 50. These look very good. Here's the style for a book. That is correct. And here's the style for a web page. That looks very good. So we have a successful bibliography. If we saw mistakes here, we would want to go back to our reference and correct them and then rerun the bibliography. From here you can print this page, you can copy it, drop it into your paper, and you're ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to show you how Word and Endnote can work together to insert references into your paper and to build a bibliography right at the bottom of the paper. If you have downloaded the Cite While You Write plugin, when you open up your Word document, up at the top you will see this tab called Endnote Web. If that's not clicked, go ahead and click it so you can see the tools that go with Endnote. Then scroll into your paper to the place where you want to insert a reference. So I want to insert a reference right here. Now I'm going to go up to Insert Citation, and I'm going to do a search for Weston Woods. Okay, it has found all of our references, and I can scroll through and pick the one I want. So if I wanted to insert that article there, or this article, let's insert this article. We're going to go down here and we're going to insert. Now you see that Endnote has inserted a reference into our document, and it is creating a bibliography. Now I have told Endnote to put it in APA 6, so that is the format style that is doing. We could change that if we wanted to, but before we do that, let's insert another document or another reference. Let's say right here I want to insert a reference. go to Insert Citations, choose the one you want. Let's do the Wikipedia article and insert that. Now, when we scroll down here, we'll see at the bottom of our paper. Normally this would be, pages away from the beginning of the article because it would be the last page of your paper. But we are building the bibliography in APA style, and along the way, Endnote has inserted the references into our paper. You notice they're grayed out. That's a clue that you should not be editing anything that is in the grayed out area. If you want to make a change, you can go up here to Edit Citation, click there, and then you can change the citation somewhat. Let's do that. Let's take a look at this one and edit the citation. Let's say maybe right here we wanted to insert that we found this on page 39, so we're going to insert that. You notice it added page 39 right there. So that is how Endnote and Word interface with each other.